I'm reading a lot of your comments, and many of you commented that you had been at your job for 10, 15, 20, even 30 years. One person commented 30 plus years at the same company. And it made me think it's like one day, you're rolling along with your company and you've been there all these years and you've become used to how this company is. You've grown your career at this company and then boom, you're laid off. And if you're in your 50s or 60s, suddenly you're competing in a job market that doesn't look anything like it did when you began your career, maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago at the job you currently have. And that, I think, is the one thing that I found mind blowing is that I wasn't just worried about, oh, I'm laid off now. I have to worry about where the income that it's going to be less, but also how is the job market in comparison to where it was just 10 years ago when I started? When I started my uh, job 10 years ago, I had two phone interviews. I mean, 10 years ago, there was no video calls, there was no Zoom calls to have any. I mean, they just didn't do that at that time at this company. And so fast forward now and we didn't have AI screening your thing. LinkedIn was very different than it is now, and so a lot of things were different. So while I was not looking for a job all those years and not really paying attention to the job market, everything changed, and if you're trying to get back into that, it can seem overwhelming. And so today I thought I would kick off a series on side hustles that I would actually consider myself. And not as a way to get rich or anything like that, but kind of a way to have a landing pad, have a way to have multiple streams of income. And I admit, when I was at my job and growing my career there, I got comfortable. And I got comfortable not thinking about, oh, what would happen if I was laid off? Sure, it crossed my mind, but I thought, oh, I've been here so long, I'm pretty safe, and I can leave whenever I want to leave, and I, I basically got comfortable, and that was my main source of income. And so when that rug is pulled out from under you, suddenly it's like, oh, now where do I go? Now what do I do? And so I think having multiple streams of income is something that I really thought about that I hadn't thought about before. Because while you're in your job for so long and you're not looking really at the job market, unless you're in a job field that like recruiting or something like that, then you would really know how the job market has changed. But otherwise, if you've been in a job for 10 years, 15 plus years, and you haven't looked at the job market, it is very different than it was just 10 years ago. And so I think having multiple streams of income gives you a buffer while you are on Social Security or on unemployment or whatever your situation is. I'm not planning to go back into the job market. So having side hustles makes a lot of sense for someone like me. And hopefully it will provide you some ideas on what you can do to to drum up multiple streams of income. And a lot of people, some people commented that they've lived that way for years, and they're very smart because if one income stream is gone, then you're not thinking, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, well, yeah, I don't like that an income stream is gone, but I've got other income streams. So it makes a lot of sense. And I think for me and maybe my generation, I thought job security was being loyal to one company. And today, security, I'm learning security comes from having options, not just loyalty to one company. And the job market today is difficult for even young people with degrees, and maybe they have a lot of experience. It's a tough job market. I look and I think, wow, it's a difficult job market right now. Not because there aren't jobs, but because there are so many filters and AI is involved now in filtering out. And a lot of people I've seen, they don't even get interviews even though they qualify for the job. There's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of scams out there that lure people in and want them to pay cash up front. And you shouldn't be paying cash up front, obviously, to work and make money. You don't want to be putting money up front. And we'll talk about that too. So I'm not saying for myself, I'm not saying, oh, everybody should have 5 businesses. Obviously, if you have that, that's wonderful, but not everybody has to have that. I think where what I learned after being laid off is there's comfort in knowing that one paycheck isn't your only option for income. And I think that's what I've learned over these last couple of months after being laid off. So without cramming everything into one video and making it super long, which people have lives, you don't have time to be watching an hour-long video. I'm going to be breaking it into series on different side hustles that I would try myself. And for one, I think YouTube, obviously, I'm doing that. I think that is something, if you can do it, you if it's something that is interest of you, you can try that. There's ebooks, which are super easy to do now on Amazon. Uh, you can upload them and self-publish for free, or you can hire someone to edit your stuff. There's AI tools you can use these days for editing. There's all kinds of ways you can do with ebooks, and also another one would be Amazon affiliate marketing. That's something you can do with anything that you're selling, or on YouTube or anything. You can have an Amazon affiliate link and people buy from that, and then you get a small commission on that. That's a way to also have an income stream. Um, Selling any kind of digital products that you might make is another thing. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but anything that could do. You could also, another stream could be consulting. A lot of people our age that we've been laid off and we no longer working in that, we have tons of experience, and that could equate into a consulting business. A lot of people do transition into that, so that is another stream of income. Um, Freelancing, of course, is always a good source of income, or a good stream of income. And I'm thinking of some other ideas. I'm researching some other ideas of things that I want to present, and see if they could be viable options for myself and for you. So a few things I would not recommend is any upfront payment that you have to do, get rich schemes, those kind of things. Oh, just do this and you'll be a millionaire by the end of the year. Those kind of things are just sketchy. And if you've been laid off, you need to watch your pennies. So that's something you definitely don't want to do. Um, and any kind of anything that just feels dishonest, if it feels weird, trust your gut on anything like that. And if I think of any that come to mind these days that are there, I'll bring them to you all in this series, so you can be on the alert for those type of situations. One of the things I found after a layoff is sometimes it's not just I need that missing check. Yes, that's a big thing. Finances are a huge thing in a layoff, but also hope. Uh, you need hope. You need options. What are my options now? And what are the next chapters in my life? And I think those things are important, because sometimes you may have your finances in order, but you're lost as far as, I don't have the schedule that I used to have. I don't have my routine. I don't have the people that I saw every day. I'm not in connection with those people. And you need to find your new community and your new way of living. And those type of things are very important, so that when a layoff happens, it's not just, it doesn't stay a devastating period to where you fall into depression, because you don't want that, obviously. Because after a layoff, if you're in your 50s or 60s, especially if you're in your 60s and you're old enough to file for Social Security, you have that padding there, and you can look for other ways to enter your new chapter of your life and what you want to do. And those are some of the things I'm doing, and I'm going to be sharing. So let me just close with this. If you are in your 50s or 60s, you've been recently laid off, or you're worried that you could be laid off, which is a real thing in this market or in this age that we live in, is once you hit a peak in your career and you're in your 50s and 60s, sometimes it's cheaper for a company to get rid of you. I hate to say it like that, but it's true, to cut you loose so they can hire someone cheaper. And that happens. I'm learning to thousands and thousands of people, a huge sector of our population are being let go of late career layoffs, which is a devastating experience. So I hope that you will join me in this new journey, or not new journey, new series that I'm starting, and let's go down this journey together and see what kind of options are out there to drum up multiple streams of income. And I guess that's it for now. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll start working on the next video for this series. And I hope you have a great day, and thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.